When Patron went out to the bar that night, he didn't know that when he left alone, he was going to be walking with somebody else. Somebody he couldn't see. It was about 2:30 in the morning when he was crawling out the bar. He had done had too many buds to drink, and it was time for him to go home. Good thing though, because he lived down the road across the bridge at his mom's house, and that's where he slept at night. So he didn't have far to go. He started walking, and it was dark. Every once in a while, a car would pass, but nobody would pick him up because he had a reputation. He was a bad guy. I mean, he wasn't that bad. Sometimes he'd get in a fight. Sometimes he wouldn't get in a fight. I don't know. But anyway, he couldn't get a ride home. Every once in a while, he thought he heard something in the back of him. Every step he'd take seemed like there were 4 steps behind him. So, after a while, he got scared. He started walking a little fast. He came to the bridge, and he's like, oh, well, I better go cross that bridge. And it was wet because it had been raining. He walked up toward the bridge, and right on the other side of the bridge was a dog. He was like, now, I don't know where that dog came from. Ain't no dog like that. It was a big dog, let me tell you. Had big teeth and a long nose, and it was sitting down on his butt. And Alex was like, shoot, I can't cross that bridge with that dog over there. He might come after me. But he had to get home. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and the boat was leaving out at 6. He knew he shouldn't have went out. He should have stayed home like his mama said. But, oh well, they got, buds and girls. You got to go find them. So here he was. He was stuck, man. Like he had to cross the bridge, and he had to get past the dog. And the dog stood up. Alex knew he was in trouble because that dog was big like the cow that the Jersey Shore boys used to milk. Oh, Lord, that dog was so big. You wouldn't believe how big that dog was. So, Alex was like, oh, man. And then the dog started walking to him, and Alex started sweating. And he was like, oh, man, this is the day I need P. White. And P. White was Alex's dog that he had a long time ago, but P. White was dead now because he was so old. But nothing would mess with P. White because he was mean. He used to bite the mailman on the ass and everything. So, he was wishing he had P. White that night because all he could do was back up slow because that dog was coming at him and he was growling and his teeth looked like they were like 3 inches long and his tongue was hanging out and they had drool. It scared me. Then all of a sudden, from across the bayou, came a blur of white, howling like he was coming from the moon. It was P. White. And he jumped right in front of Alex, and he turned around, and he stared at the dog that was coming to him. Because this wasn't no normal dog, no. This was the Rougarou. And the Rougarou lived to eat man flesh. P. White's ghost was going to stop that. And it was a terrible battle. And they fought, and they rolled across the bridge. And there was teeth snapping, and reaching, and biting, and fighting. And Alex, he done jump over that and ran all the way home. He slipped in the door in his mama's house, and he got on the couch, and he threw the blanket over him, and he said, oh, shit, man, I'm going to bed now. The next day, when Alex got up to go get on the boat, there wasn't no sign of a dog on the bridge. There wasn't no sign of P. White. But Alex knew that dog stepped over the grave to come and save him from the bad Rougarou. I'm telling you, it's the truth.